Hi, I'm Michele Saumberfield, and my soul was Marilyn Monroe's during its last past life. I wanted to talk about a couple things that I've had to think about a lot lately. I've known since I was 19 that my soul was Marilyn Monroe's, but of course there are other people who also make the same claim. In the last year, I have been on some reincarnation Facebook sites. It's new to me. I didn't get on them until maybe about, 9 months ago, something like that. And I heard about different concepts that I'd never even considered before because I never thought of them. I mean, like nobody ever told me about them. I never read about them before. People would say to me, "Oh, you're another person who thinks you were Marilyn Monroe, huh?" But then there were always those people that would say, well, maybe Marilyn's soul had split. And at first I thought, oh my God, that sounds so barbaric. That sounds so ridiculous. Some people made it sound like a person having their soul split was like this commonplace thing. I remember one lady told me that back about 100 years ago, her soul was split for a while and living two different incarnations. And the one was a person who was a writer who wrote only for their family and told stories to people they knew, but they were obscure and none of their writings were published. And then their other incarnation that was simultaneous and being lived at the same time was that of a published writer who got a lot of acknowledgement. So there were these two different lifetimes as writers, but they were doing different things. Now, the way it's been explained to me, supposedly, if a soul splits and lives different lifetimes at the same time, it's not like each life that's being lived is a half a life. Each life is in and of itself a full life. So if your soul splits, it doesn't become partial people, it becomes full people. The way it's been explained to me, a soul can be split into 2, it can be split into 6, it can be split into 7, it can be split into 1,000 parts. I don't know what would determine how many parts, how many directions it goes in. I have no idea. There were some people that made it sound like soul splitting was this highly common thing. And then a few people told me, oh, no, they read that it's very uncommon for a soul to split, and it's usually if the soul has been really confused or has had some really shattering experiences and needs to go in different directions and live different lifetimes at the same time to work on certain lessons and certain aspects of their personality. Now, we all know Marilyn, she wanted love, and in that sense, she was a simple person. She clearly wanted love and acceptance and to give love. But at the same time, there were a lot of complicated things in her life as well. So I don't know if, by definition of things I've heard other people explain, if she would be considered a candidate for soul splitting or not. I've got no idea. Okay, so then the other idea I've been told about on the reincarnation sites is the idea of soul imprinting. Now, somebody said to me that a soul that, I guess has been out in the public and has a lot of energy around it, like a famous, well-known soul, when that person dies, that soul can decide to send its energy in multiple directions just to play with other people, just to see how other people would react to those memories or living out similar circumstances. Now, to me, that sounds kind of devious to purposely put your energy on other people and make them have to deal with things that you dealt with. But that's the way it was explained to me, and I don't know if it's true or not. Now, I wrote this book, Marilyn, Not Just Another Girl. And the main purpose of writing the book was to tell people how I really died during my last past life in 1962. And one of the things I talk about in the book is the night I died, when I was first dying, I was out of body. I was actually in and out of body multiple times during the course of dying as different things were done to me. But I remember when my energy, my consciousness was first out of body. It went up through my head. It felt almost like an explosion, actually. But I remember it reeling around the room, kind of like a ball of light, a ball of energy, frantic, trying to get its bearings, trying to perceive things, being free of the body and the mind that it was trapped in, so to say. But it was kind of like freeing and great, but it was also scary because it's like, okay, now what? Now what? And I remember my consciousness going into the other room that was adjoining the bedroom and smashing up against a mirror in the bathroom and being startled. Now, because there's so many people claiming to have memories of being Marilyn, I don't know who is just hallucinating. I don't know who is just lying for attention. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know who's legitimately feeling, Marilyn Monroe energy. I don't know. So here's the thing I kind of wonder. And I write about this a little bit in my book, but I want to expand on it here. I ponder in my book about whether or not my energy went in different directions and maybe attached to different people. Because I figure a mirror is something that can like refract light, a mirror is almost magical in a weird sort of way. Like light can hit it in interesting ways. And so I wonder if when my consciousness smacked into the bathroom mirror and was startled, if my energy kind of was like shattered and scattered and attached to other people. Maybe not even on purpose. Maybe it just did because it went into the mirror. So maybe it attached to other people whose souls it was familiar with, or just other people who have similar interests. I have no idea. Okay, so this is what I've thought of since the time I published my book. To me, it's kind of like if you have someone with really nice, long, flowing hair, and maybe they decide they're going to get their hair cut really short and donate their hair to, like one of those charities that makes real hair wigs for people who maybe have gotten like chemotherapy or something and have lost their hair. So, like, what if you had long, flowing hair, and then you got a haircut, and the little unusable wisps of hair are just thrown away. And then the longer, beautiful pieces of hair are made into wigs and worn by maybe one other person or maybe a couple other people. Okay? So other people would be able to go enjoy and experience wearing that hair, but the donor would still have their head on their shoulders and still have some hair left and still be all intact, right? So other people could be wearing that hair, but the donor is still all intact. And so that's kind of how I look at things. I feel like my soul was Marilyn Monroe's, and when my consciousness hit the mirror, when it was first out of body, when I was dying back in 1962, I can't figure out what happened other than I think that my consciousness, like the energy, shattered and scattered and attached to other people. I just think that. I might be wrong, but I just think that. I don't know. I have no other explanation. I'm not God. I don't know. But even this week, in the comments section under one of my videos, somebody else struck up a conversation with me, and it turns out she believes she was Marilyn Monroe too during her last past life. Now, she's 1 month younger than I am, and she has believed this ever since she was 26. She said she has no actual memories, so to say, but she has lots of deja vus, and that she just really believes she was Marilyn during her last past life. And when she looked at different things in her current lifetime, she feels there's a lot of similarities and synchronicities and things with Marilyn's life. So, who am I to say? I don't know. But anyway, I had gone to a hypnotist 5 times here in the Indianapolis area. Went to a lovely lady named Tony, and she does have experience in past life regressions, but that's not the majority of her work. And so she gave me a recommendation for a lovely lady named Kelly, who does specialize in past life regressions. And I have an appointment 2 evenings from now, and I'm going to see if I can explore any more of Marilyn's life or any of the other lifetimes. I have no idea where my mind will naturally just drift off to. We'll see. I can't expect too much in one session. I just hope that I am hypnotizable. Kelly has assured me I will be. I hope so, because I'm really hard to put under. But I'm really pretty excited about this. And, you know, I was telling Kelly, ideally what I would really like is to be able to more clearly see the face of the hitman who helped kill me when Bobby, Edward, and the man with the briefcase, who I refer to as the hitman, showed up in my room on August 4th, 1962. And I said, you know, Kelly, I might have been an artist during one of my past lives. Maybe there was a lifetime where I was really good at drawing and I just don't remember it. If you could get me to pull that skill into my current lifetime long enough, and then I could see the face of the hitman who helped kill me when I was Marilyn, and I could sketch maybe that person's face, that would be really great. Because I said I've been looking at pictures of mobsters, FBI, and CIA guys from the 50s, 60s area online, and I'm trying to find the face of the guy who was with Bobby and Edward the night I died, August 4th to 5th, 1962. So that would be my goal. I would like to be able to have a picture of that man. We all know what Edward and Bobby Kennedy look like, but I would like to have a picture of the third man who was there and helped to kill me in 1962. I don't know if it's possible, but, you know, we'll see. All right, now my kitty cats are all stacked out. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. They're sleepy now. I tired them out. Actually, their daddy's downstairs. He's a computer guy, but he's in a band that plays at a lot of different festivals and parties and bars and things in the Indianapolis area, and they're rehearsing right now, and so I don't know if any of their music will show up on this video or not. I don't think they're too loud tonight, but, you know, we'll see. Hopefully you can hear what I said. But I've really had to consider the idea that other people inherited Marilyn's energy. And so that's on my mind a lot lately. I'm just trying to make sense of things. I feel like some people might be delusional, some people might be lying, and then there are probably some people who really somehow have Marilyn energy on them. I don't really understand that. And I have no idea if Marilyn's soul is a split soul or not. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out someday. But so that's just been on my mind a lot. I'm just wondering what's going on. It's actually very, very frustrating when people have that attitude of, oh, you're another one of those. You think you were Marilyn Monroe. And it was kind of cute and clever because the lady I was talking to this week, who also believes she was Marilyn Monroe, totally new lady, not anyone I've ever talked about until tonight. I just don't know if she wants me to mention her name. But she has the same initials I do, MM. And one of my videos, I was talking about how my sister asked the question, well, if so many people think they were Marilyn Monroe, then who wins? And in my video, I said, well, nobody wins. Nobody can prove it. But anyway, this other woman who believes she was Marilyn too said to me, well, oh yeah, I want to answer your question. You know, with all these different people who believe they're Marilyn Monroe, who wins? Oh, well, we all look like nut jobs. I think that's what she said. Something like, oh, nobody wins. We all look like nut jobs. And I said, yeah, I know. That's what I think too. It feels like, it really convolutes things, and to me it matters because I just want people to know how I really died during my last past life. That's the bottom line. I just want people to know what really happened to me during my last past life. That was the only reason for writing the book, and the reason for doing all these videos started out because somebody else who claimed to be a famous person during a past life was being bullied on a Facebook reincarnation Facebook site. And I thought, oh, no, you're not going to keep bullying my friend. I'll be the biggest freak online. I'll start posting videos and you can pick on me. But then I also realized there's a lot of power in, I think, showing people I'm a real person. I'm not just a bunch of words that get typed and, you know, sent. I'm not just somebody who's going to hide behind the internet. Here I am. I am here. Like me or hate me, I am here. Believe me or don't, I am here. So anyway, the reason I came forward, and I cannot say this enough, is not for 15 minutes of fame. It's not to get an acting job. It's not to impress people. But I do want to impress upon people. My soul is Marilyn Monroe's. Marilyn's death is an unsolved mystery, and in fact, it's an unsolved murder. And I know how I died during my last past life, and I just want other people to know that too. And you know, I'm 55 years old. Who knows how long I'll be around? I just want people to know what really happened to me in 1962. And that's it, pure and simple.